Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back, students. Today's our lecture is about if and else if. In the last lecture, we just studied the if structure and else structure. In this program, using this program number 12, we will study about the. Wait a second. We will study about the if and else if statement. So for that purpose I have a question, which is write a program that inputs two numbers and an operator plus static minus and front slash are included. This option is given in the question. So an operator must include plus, static, hyphen and front slash. Only these four operators will be used. No other operator as a character will be used in this program. So the program will input two numbers and operator from the user at runtime and checks the operator. If the user has entered plus, then the program will only add those two numbers and displays the output. Otherwise, it will check for another variable, that is the static. If user has entered static, it will multiply those two numbers and displays the output accordingly. Otherwise, the program will check for hyphen. If the user has entered hyphen, it will subtract the two numbers, and same is the case with the front slash. If the user has entered front slash, it will divide those two numbers. So it is just like a calculator. So in order to write the code for this program, first we clear our concept, that how we will write this program. Inputs, the inputs required in this program are variable 1, first number, because user will enter first number, that will go and store into some sort of a variable. So obviously it will be an integer variable, and whatever the name you want to that integer variable, that's up to you. And then second number, that second number will also be stored in the second variable, and that will also be an integer variable. And the user will enter operator. So basically operator is a character. So that operator is a character, so that operator will be stored in a character variable. So character variable, that's up to you. Whatever name you like, you can declare it using char. Char is a reserve word. So that operator will be stored in the character. Now how the process will be done? After getting the inputs from the user, our main checking will be start. We will check the operator for the that how what operator is entered by the user. So in if condition, in if, under the in the parenthesis, we will write, we will check for the addition sign, plus sign. If user has entered plus sign, we will add those two numbers, those two variables here in this block, in this block of statement, and we will add them here. And and the same output for the addition will also be written. The statement for the same addition will be written in this block of the if. This is the block of if. After if, here come else if. Else if is in small, actually small letters. So else if we will again check for the if, because if user doesn't enter plus, so it will we will check it for the minus hyphen. So we will check here for the hyphen. After checking the hyphen, if the user has entered hyphen, we will write the subtraction statements in this block. If user has doesn't entered hyphen, we will check it for static. If the compiler encounters any static operator, that will be checked in the third else if, and the same multiplication will be done in the third else if, and the statements for multiplication will be in this block of the third else if. After that, the fourth else if will check for the front slash, that is for division, and the division statements will be in this fourth um, fourth else if block. The final last else is, let's suppose a user entered any wrong um, operator, for example percentage or any other operator, dollar sign, or you can say ampersand symbol or at the rate symbol. They all are special characters. So let's suppose user entered by mistakenly enters a wrong operator. So at that point, for example, if none of the operators are encountered, the first one is for plus, the second else if is for hyphen, the third is for multiplication static, and the fourth one is for front slash division. So let's suppose we assume that the user mistakenly enters some other type of the operator. So no condition will be true. The first if condition will become false, the second if condition will become false, third will also become false, the fourth will become false. So what should the program do? The program should print a simple output message with the by saying it that you have entered a wrong operator. So that is what our program will be doing. So let's make this program in Dev C++. Please be with me. Okay. Okay. In this program, studio.h, and then conyo.h will remain as it is, and int main int main will, the block of the int main will be like this. So what was our first thing to do? That was declaration of the variables. So integer num1 for first number, num2 for second number, and character variable with, like I am taking op as a character variable. So the character entered by the user will be saved in this op variable. Okay. Printf displaying a message to the user, enter first number, sorry, for first number we will use scanf. The first number is integer %d ampersand num1, because the first number will be stored in num1. Then second number, enter second number, an output message to the user, and that second number will be input using scanf, and that will be stored in num2 num2 variable. Okay, first number is entered, second number is entered. Now here comes the character, enter a character, enter, we will simply write plus comma minus comma static comma front slash to enter plus minus static division to display the result, desired result. So this will be an output message to the user, and to get the get the operator. Actually we can get an operator using scanf as well, but here I will show you another trick. So op is equal to get che. Here I am using get che function. Get che function means get character echo. We have two types of get character functions. The first one is get character, get ch, and the second one is get che. The first get ch is used to get the character from the user at runtime, but don't display it on the output. And the get che means echo. That is called echo. It means that get the character from the user as well as display it on the output screen. So we want to display our character to be displayed on the output screen, and it will be stored in the op character, op variable. Op is actually a character variable. So using the assignment operator, I have used get character echo function inside the op variable using the assignment operator. So in by getting the character, it will be automatically stored in this op variable. Okay. Now as we have input first number, we have coded the input for first number, second number, and character. Now here comes the final part. Okay, so after getting the character we will check it for the using the if condition. So if the structure of if condition is like this, if parenthesis if, so we have to check the character like we will be checking that op variable. So op is equal to, if op is equal to single quotes plus, means the character, if I was checking it with the integer, then I'd then instead of writing these double quotes, or sorry, single quotes, inverted commas you can say, I would be mentioning the simple integer like 12. But now as I am checking it for the character, I will write it like this, and single quotes, single commas. So please be remember this trick. So if operator is equal to plus, the statements for the addition, printf, directly I will write directly printf the sum, sorry, it will be double quotes, the sum of two numbers is, or I can write it like this, the sum of %d and %d is %d, and for the first %d I will write num1, because the first %d is for number 1, comma, the second %d is for number 2, and the third %d is for num1 plus num2. So num1, the value of num1 and num2 will be added and displayed against the %d, and semicolon. Now this whole structure is completed for the addition. Same, I will copy the same statements, control C, control V, and here instead of if I will write else if. So else if, this is saying that if the operator is plus, printf this, otherwise else if the operator is minus, do this. So the difference of %d and %d is %d, so num1, num2, and instead of addition I will write minus sign. Okay, this structure is completed for minus, then copy paste. Here it comes the third part, that is static, and the multiplication of %d is %d, and instead of hyphen in last I will write static. And the fourth one is for division, so I will be checking operator is equal to front slash and printf the difference of %d and %d is %d and num1 num2 and hyphen. So instead of static I will write front slash, and this part is completed for the division. Now if the user entered none of these operator and entered some incorrect operator, so that part will be checked in the else portion, else, and directly I will write printf, or you can put it its block as well. So the else block will be like this: printf the you have entered a wrong operator, please select correct one, please enter correct one, and semicolon, and I will at start I will write \n for the new line. Let's compile this program. Before compiling I will save it. Operator plus minus, and now I will compile it. Okay, execute directly. We will execute it, compile and run. So this is our output. The first number is okay, this is the output of our program. So enter first number, the user has entered 20, and the second number is 30, and it will ask for the operator enter plus minus static. So I will write like static. So the multiplication of 20 and 30 is 600. It is displayed in the same line because I didn't wrote \n in its output screen. So the multiplication of 20 and 30 is 600. It means the output is correct. Now I will write \n in each of the printf statement. \n, 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 and again I will compile it. So compile and run. This time in the output I have written 12 the first number, 13 the second number, and $sign for the operator. So in this stage I have been I have got an output message like you have entered a wrong operator, please enter correct one. Okay, so this is our required program. If you have any questions you can comment. So this was the output and code for the program number 12. In the next program we will be discussing loopings.